Lady Gaga, Vanish into You. Let's talk about it.
This episode is brought to you by Peacock. The new Peacock original documentary, Matthew Perry, A Hollywood Tragedy, dives deep into the beloved actor's rise to fame and his tragic death. 5 people, including Perry's personal assistant, 2 medical doctors, and an alleged Hollywood drug dealer known as the Ketamine Queen, were charged with conspiracy to illegally provide Perry with the ketamine. Explore the details of the case in this heartbreaking special, streaming now only on Peacock.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. We got a good episode for you today. Lady Gaga has finally dropped her album. I remember we covered Lady Gaga when she did that soundtrack to that Joker 2 movie. Let's just forget about that time. But, besides that, Lady Gaga has actually dropped some music, an actual full album release, an actual, fully released album, original work here. And guys, I am so excited to talk about this. Vanish into You. Now look, I don't think we're going to be reviewing any album from Lady Gaga because, guys, I'll be real, not that interested in Lady Gaga, to do a whole album review, but we can do a couple of track reviews. Now, I will say, guys, before I even get into this review, there was a lot of comments, and I was seeing a lot of stuff about nostalgia and all that. Guys, if you want an unbiased, unrose-tinted glasses review, this is about to be for you, because I don't have any of this, nostalgia for Lady Gaga. There's somebody I never really listened to. I mean, we've all heard Lady Gaga on the radio. Let's just be real. I mean, she's one of the most popular artists out there. But I don't have that nostalgic feeling that a lot of these comments were saying and, were crying to. They were crying to this song. And I was, I had to replay the song because I was like, alright, I'm not really feeling the same thing y'all are feeling about this song. And I replayed it, and my thoughts are pretty gathered, so let's talk about this song, Vanish into You. Let's talk about the beat. Now look, this is your 80s pop beat, and that's kind of all we're getting here. Now, I do like the piano.
Ever met a foundation that does it all? Say hi to NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. Makeup meets skincare in a bottle. It evens skin tone, blurs imperfections, and has a natural radiant finish. Plus, it's formulated with skincare ingredients to help strengthen your skin's barrier. With a newly expanded shade range of over 40 radiant shades to choose from and buildable all-day wear. NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. Find your perfect match.
Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other toppings, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out, it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate Pina Colada and Thai iced coffee flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
Like the elements of using, 80s elements, but also, kind of crafting your own thing. So we got some 80s elements here. We got some 80s beats, we got some synthy we got some synthy bass. We got some synthy piano keys that are really playing. We also got those, we got those drums. We got those drums that definitely feel 80s like. They're definitely hard. They're definitely booming. They're definitely going crazy in my gosh darn dang opinion. And when you listen to this song, guys, I'll definitely say this. I do enjoy, there's moments where we hear more of the drums. We get we get to hear the live instrumentation really play out. There's moments where the drums slightly switch up, and I really enjoy that. I think switch ups in songs just, create such good vibes. They create such, great listening experiences because it has that slight switch up. That's something that I'm going, oh yeah, I like that little slight switch up, I'm gonna come back to this song and I'm always gonna catch that from now on. It's just simple things like that. But I will say, the beat doesn't really change that much. There's not that many beat switches. I will say it does, keep the same 80s style pop. It's the 80s slash kind of 2010 kind of pop, beat mashed up together here. And, that's kind of all we're getting here. There's moments where I do enjoy this beat, but there also is moments where, we're 3 minutes in and I'm like, all right, can we switch it up with the instrumental? Can we switch it up with the beat? Maybe we can, switch up the drums like we did more in the beginning, Just, I wish there was a little bit of a switch up. There's something missing to the song that I feel like. And Vanish Into You, while I think, it is a full song, it's not that 2-minute song, it is that 4-minute song. But I don't like 4-minute plus songs that have the same beat, have the same 80s elements that are just sprinkled in there, and that's just kind of it. We're not really, getting a lot from the production here, which is a little a shame. But I will say, if you like that pop production, if you like that kind of, early 2000s pop, mixed in with a little bit of that 80s sound from a couple of, from the 2020s, that little 80s boom that we had, I think you're going to enjoy this. I think you'll enjoy this beat. But for me personally, I'm going to say this, guys. For me, I'm not really feeling this beat that much. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Now let's get into Lady Gaga. Actually, now let's really get into the song. Next point. I will say this, though. When we talk about, Lady Gaga, the beginning verse, I do enjoy the beginning verse. I love the beginning verse.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Make this summer count with Harvard Summer School. With Harvard's free college programs, high school students gain confidence and insight into what college is all about, challenge themselves, and discover new friends. There are over 200 courses to choose from, including college credit courses, so it's the ideal way for students to learn something new, but most importantly, have fun. Visit info.summer.harvard.edu/Spotify to learn more.
I like the vocal style. I like the singing here. I like how Lady Gaga sounds on here. I think overall, this beginning verse is so strong, I think, vocally. I think there's moments where, we get some slight vocal switch-ups too, which just makes the song really enjoyable. And I really do enjoy that, this first verse really establishes what this song's going to be about. This is that dark, depressing love song. You want to vanish into somebody that's, going through the same shit as you. You can kind of feel that with this song. And I really do enjoy that. I think it really does. I think the first verse definitely does deliver, and then, it's going to lead up to my next point, which is the hook. And, the hook, I think, is good. I think the hook is nice. I think it's addicting. I think you could easily, it's one of these pop hooks where I feel like you could just scream this hook. You could just scream this hook. You could play this hook and start screaming, you can start screaming, And I know, that might be, a thing that I'm just saying, but I really feel like you could scream to this hook. You could, loudly sing to this hook. I think this hook has that element in it where it's addicting. It can get stuck in your head. Now, here's where my only thing about this hook, though, is that I think, the robotic vocals on some of the hook is, once we're like 2 or 3 listens in with the hook, once the hook is being played like 2 or 3 times, I really wish there was maybe a slight switch up to the hook. That's a thing with pop music sometimes. You might get some verses that switch it up vocally, switch it up flow-wise, or, something like that. And then you get into the hook, and the hook just kind of stays the same. It kind of just feels copy and paste. Now, we do get a bridge. We do get a little bit of a bridge. We do get a little bit of a switch up at the end, at the very, very end. Lady Gaga starts singing her heart out. Powerful vocals, in my opinion, really come through. I just wish we got more of this, more of this kind of stuff in the hook. Because I think this hook could be set up to be really nice, to sound really, just great. And then, I listened to this hook 3 or 4 times, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think it needed to be played 2 or 3 or 4 times in this song. I think this song is really long, and to copy and paste the hook, and to only do something at the very end, yeah, it does get a little bit old after. It makes the hook a little bit stale. But I will say, the initial point of the hook, I like the initial point of the hook. I like when that initial hook comes in. It's good, it's addicting, and I really do overall enjoy. So, I really do enjoy the first verse and the hook, and, that's the strong point of the song, in my opinion. And now we got to get into some negatives. I don't like the second verse, and I was really trying to really get into the second verse. I really enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the hook, and that second verse just came on. For some reason, this verse is so short, and that's kind of weird in my opinion, because this hook is played so many times. There's even like an ending bridge at this song, so this song is long enough.
Oh my god, it's the coolest thing ever. Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? Well, check this out. It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. Seriously. So if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.
So good, so good, so good.
New markdowns up to 70% off are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Fresh kicks, spring tops, new dresses. There's always a score.
I mean, the denim section is unreal.
Why do I rack? All the dresses.
I always find something amazing.
Head to your Nordstrom Rack store to find can't-miss deals on all the spring things. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Don't miss your window of opportunity. Upgrade your space now during Blinds.com's anniversary sale and save up to 50% site-wide. Our design experts can help schedule a professional measure and installation, plus guidance for DIYers too. With over 25 million windows covered and our 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can count on Blinds.com to deliver results you'll love. Shop Blinds.com's anniversary sale now for up to 50% off site-wide. Save up to 50% site-wide at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Enough, but I don't really feel like the second verse got a lot of love. I mean, the second verse is literally just the same as the first one. I mean, vocally it's the same, flow-wise it's the same, and, I'm not really getting nothing from the second verse that I didn't already get from the first one. And that's kind of my problem with Vanish Into You. I just listened to the song and I'm like, okay, I really do enjoy these two elements. And then that third element comes in. And then I hear the hook being played over and over and over again. And these things slowly start to pile up. And that is also my thing, too. I think this song is too long. Maybe it could have been shortened. But, I just wish if this song is going to be so long, if this song is going to be 4+ minutes long, Make it 4:30. Make it almost 5 minutes long. Put the time into that second verse. Because if we're going to go all out for the hook at the end, we're going to go all out for the hook in the beginning verse. Well, let's do all these switch-ups. Let's do all this. Let's do even more of that on the second verse. So the second verse is definitely lacking in my opinion. And that's why I think Vanish Into You is a song that is, I think it's good for some people. I think if you definitely got nostalgia for this type of Lady Gaga sound, definitely it's going to, appeal to you. But for me personally, guys, I was really trying to get into this one, but I just couldn't. I don't really enjoy this one that much. The beginning was strong, but the middle and the end just really kind of fell off. So I'm going to give this song... I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to give this song like a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10, what y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Guys, thank you so much for listening. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.